Good evening, you're watching Left, Right and Centre. I'm Nidhi Razdan. On the show this evening, the former Supreme Court judge accused of sexually assaulting an intern is named by the court today. Justice Ganguly, the head of West Bengal's Human Rights Commission, however, has denied the charges on a day when Tarun Tejpal is also being questioned by the Goa Police and possibly faces arrest tomorrow. With a top judge and a top journalist in the dock, we're asking whether these are test cases against the powerful. Also tonight, a new sting that alleges political parties are manipulating the social media to spread hate, create communal tension and defame opponents. Is regulation the only way out? But first, it's been a day of much drama with Tarun Tejpal getting interim bail until tomorrow morning 10 a.m. while a court in Goa hears his anticipatory bail plea. Mr. Tejpal is currently in Goa and is being questioned by the police after being literally chased by the media from Delhi since this morning. Joining us now straight from there is my colleague Tejas Mehta. Tejas, we believe the police are interrogating him now. Just take us through some of the highlights of today's court hearing as well.
Well, that's right. We're just now at Donapola police station. This is where the FIR against him was filed 1 week ago. And right here, Tarun Tejpal arrived about an hour ago, and currently he is being questioned. You can see a large number of police personnel who are outside. On the left side, you can see on this side two policemen here. This is, of course, because a large number of media persons, even locals here, all waiting to know what's really happening. Now, regarding his interrogation itself, what they basically are going to ask him is regarding the fact that he has made several statements, one in which he has agreed to what happened. What about that? Will he agree that he really said that? Because later on he has flip-flopped in the court today, of course, completely denying, saying this entire allegation has been fabricated by the BJP. There's a political vendetta. There's also the girl in question, the woman journalist from Tehelka, who he says has his lawyer said in fact that she's a journalist and she could add a lot of embellishments in his entire story, completely negating also that he ever entered into anything which was non-consensual. Also, very importantly, the man who really supported his journalism, really supported the new the anti-rape bill, backing what really happened in December 16, the protests. The same man today in the court, his lawyers were at least saying that the new anti-rape bill is absolutely draconian, because as you would know, Nidhi, the whole definition of rape has become far more broadened today, far more widened, and therefore that's the reason why Tarun Tejpal finds a rape charge against him. So at this point of time, right on top, you can see that's one of the rooms on top at the crime branch here. He is being interrogated in a room which is right behind there. But this, of course, will go on for many hours. And then tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, the hearing at the Sessions Court here in Panjim once again resumes. He only has interim relief till then, and this is not given on any merit as of now. This is only given because at this point of time, both parties have not been heard. His lawyers are still arguing, and then, of course, the Goa Police will argue. It's only after that the judge will decide whether or not Tarun Tejpal deserves anticipatory bail, right, or is this a fit case, as the Goa Police insists, to go ahead and arrest Tarun Tejpal. Nidhi?
Thanks very much for that, Tejas. In fact, the court in Goa had a lot of stinging words for Tarun Tejpal's lawyer on those various arguments that Tejas was pointing out that his lawyer made today, including revealing the identity of the girl in court, which the court disapproved of very strongly. Well, while we're keeping an eye on that story, the other big story this week has been of the sexual harassment charge against a former Supreme Court judge by an intern who blogged about it. Well, the court has named that judge today as Justice Ashok Ganguly, who's also the head of West Bengal's Human Rights Commission. That's after the 3-member panel that was formed to probe the girl's complaint by the court submitted its report today to the Chief Justice of India. Justice Ganguly, however, speaking to NDTV, denies the allegations, says that he's completely anguished by what's being said about him and the girl is like his daughter.
A first in the history of the Supreme Court, but not for good reasons. Retired Justice A.K. Ganguly has been named by Supreme Court officials as the judge who had allegedly sexually harassed an intern. She had written about the incident that occurred in December last year in a recent blog. Promptly, a panel of 3 judges was set up, and sources told NDTV that this inquiry panel wanted the name of Justice Ganguly made public so that other recently retired judges aren't under a cloud of suspicion. Both the intern and retired Justice Ganguly deposed in person before the panel, which has submitted its report to the Chief Justice of India. However, Justice Ganguly, who heads the West Bengal Human Rights Commission and also authored the 2G scam judgment cancelling telecom licenses, denies the allegations.
I am totally innocent and I am a victim of situation. So please don't compare this case with Tejpal's case, please.
But Justice Ganguly's stand found few takers in the legal fraternity.
You know, the language is almost similar to what the woman who was violated by Tarun Tejpal said. He is currently occupying the position of chair of the West Bengal Human Rights Commission. And that's the other issue. Will he be removed?
Immediately, FIR must be registered against the judge, and every person who is accused of a crime normally will deny.
Recently, the Chief Justice of India, Justice P. Sathasivam, assured everyone that justice will be done in every aspect in the intern allegations case. Now, with the SC Judges panel report with the Chief Justice of India, the legal fraternity wants the Chief Justice to act fast on the recommendations of the panel. In New Delhi, Arunachalam Vaidyanathan for NDTV.
Well, two very high-profile cases of sexual assault and sexual harassment that have hit the headlines over the past couple of weeks. A top journalist and a top judge in the dock, something that has been unprecedented in this country. The question we're asking is whether this is going to be a test case as far as the powerful in this country are concerned, or whether that sense of entitlement will continue even now. Suhail Seth joins us here in the studio. Also, well-known women's rights activist Ranjana Kumari is with us tonight. Sham Keswani, legal advisor to the Tehelka journalist who's bravely fighting her case now with the police complaint as well. He joins us this evening. We'll also be joined by a former judge of the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh High Court shortly on what the implications are for the judiciary. But let me get Suhail into this first. Let's just taking an overview of things. Both cases at the moment, two very powerful men, both in the dock. Some would say a few years ago that was probably unthinkable in India. But today things have changed. You can't hide these things anymore.
I must give credit, not because I'm sitting here, but I must give credit to the media. The media stopped taking sides. The media has started reflecting inwardly, as has been evident in the Tejpal matter. I think judges who behaved with impunity and pronounced judgment on everything they could find themselves in the dock. I think what the Chief Justice of India has done is remarkable. I tweeted about it. I said, I'm delighted that the Supreme Court has been transparent and courageous in naming this judge. The point is not whether these people are named. The point is, will we bring justice? Ultimately, justice is about fairness. And I think that sense of entitlement that you mentioned is fast disappearing. People have realized that there are too many eyes on you if you make mistakes. If you commit a crime, there are too many people looking out at you. So the whole cozy club syndrome is vanishing very, very quickly.
But that club is fighting hard, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, that club will fight hard in any case because many of them are accused of misdemeanors. You know, it is unfair to only name one or two. I know of several cases where editors have abused their powers of position.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know of a particular case where I've been told, I don't know how true it is, that a particular editor has just settled a monetary compensation with an alleged sexual assault victim. So the game is up. What is happening is very good for India. There is probity. There are no people in high places who can hide. Earlier you could hide. You could hide under the law. You could hide behind who you knew. You could hide using big money. All that is over. And I think what this victim has done in terms of the consistency that she's maintained, and she talks about it in her statement today,
Absolutely.
that it's not about protecting the wealthy and the privileged. It's also about rights of people, regardless of gender.